welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing more of my February 2023 Traveler's Notebook. I am trying to get through some of these and get them taken care of so that I can actually move on to March, since it is literally the end of March. But today I'm documenting this photo of my pup. And of course it's of my pup, but it is of him laying in our patio door holding this piece of apple in his mouth. This was whenever we first started trying to give him different, dog approved foods. And this apple he carried around like it was its baby for probably half of a day until he realized that, hey, it was food and I could eat this. But anyways, he was laying on our patio with this apple in his mouth, and his chin was just resting on the doorway, and it was so cute. So I snapped that and wanted to document that little story of him. So I originally started out with this right side that says, when you love what you have, you have everything you need. And I was originally going to use that along with one of the 3x4 cards that was in this. And then as I was flipping through them, I found that one there that's on the left that says love this. And then I realized that I had this on the menu, on your menu card that was separate from the TN. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I sometimes find it hard to use those types of things. And because it was an apple and it was a story of that, I thought that would be really perfect and a good opportunity to use that card. So I ended up switching out and putting that other one away. And then I am going to use this on the menu, and I'm also going to use this love card, and I'm going to cut it into a large tag. So I just dog ear the one side, and then I use it as a template to do the other. That way they are the same, but I could never get these cut right. I always feel like that I cut too much. So I did snip a little bit of that off on the top, and then I go ahead and add in my punch. So I'm going to use this to take up the majority side of my right page. I didn't have a whole lot of journaling to do. I felt that I didn't have the lines on the right, to me, weren't necessary to have all of that room for journaling. So I use this to cover up and use as a large embellishment, so to speak. And then I have all of these stickers still left over. So I am going to focus a little bit on these in this layout and try to use some of them up. And I do use that one there, but I just use a piece of it. And the piece of that says, this moment in my words, and I just trim off the top part of that because I'll eventually use that later on another spread to maybe add some journaling, but it wasn't going to be used on this, so I didn't want to waste it. So once I had that in there, I went ahead and grabbed some twine for my desk. Usually I only do like a 2-string bow, so to speak. Bow? Is that what you call it as bow? Tail? I'm not sure. So I usually only do 2, but this time I decided to double up since it was a really large tag. I thought that it could use a little bit more, so I added 4 strands to my tail up at the top of my tag. And I thought that that looked really cute, so we went ahead with that. I trimmed off the right side there because my tag did stick over my page a little bit, so I trimmed that off to make sure that it didn't hang over. This pink tag, I wanted to bring in some pink to the left, but I didn't feel like that it really worked. I felt that it stuck out too much, so I ended up putting it on the right, and it says insert funny story here, and that is going to be the tag that I'm going to use to hold my journaling. And this is where I'm going to write about my story with him and carrying this apple around and treating it like its own, and it was so stinking cute. So my journaling is going to go there. I am going to add a tag over on the left, but I end up keeping it more monochromatic in gray and black tones. That way it kind of blends in with the rug that's on the bottom part of that photo, instead of it really standing out. I left the bulk of the pink items on the right hand side. I felt, like I said, on the left that it was just too distracting. It took away from the photo too much. But we do end up finishing it with a sticker. So after I chose, there was the gray one, and it says, I love you to the farthest stars in the universe and back. So I am going to use that, and I'm going to layer behind it this black tag that says loved this. The black tag is a adhesive tag, so make sure that if you get kits like this, your die cuts are sticker back. You just got to peel the backing off of them. And then I'm going to add this to the bottom left of my layout, and to help pull the right side of the page over to the left, I do angle it opposite, and I will add some strings up at the top, and I'll use the same material or the same thread that I used on the right hand side on the left to keep things more fluid. When I put this down, I made sure that I didn't stick the sticker the whole way down. I left the top part of it up. That way I didn't have to fight with it, pulling it up and then potentially destroy the sticker. So that's a little tip if you use these type of embellishments, is don't stick it the whole way down before you put that thing in. I've done that before, and it's very sad whenever you have to pull it up and you destroy a sticker. But the stickiness is really good. And for the last piece, I do have left over in this kit still. It was the round flare circle die cut that was Love My Fur Baby. So instead of using that as a sticker embellishment, I'm actually going to add it on some foam adhesive to give that right side of my page a little bit more pop of dimension. And I do add it up to the top right hand corner of my tag. Once those are all in, I felt like I was forgetting a lot of this rub-on sheet so far this month. Usually rub-ons are one of the first things that I use in a kit, and I felt like this one I kept forgetting about it. But there was this like watercolored splatter that I did see on it, and I thought that it would really be a good add-on for this right side, since I did have some space that I felt like was blank and empty that needed something. And this was that perfect something to add because it brought more of the same pink color. It gave it that mixed media feel, and it was just super easy to cut in half, tuck it behind the tag, and add it right in, and it just added that little bit of something that it really needed. So I added half there to the left of the tag. I'm going to add the other half up here to the top right along the side of my page. And then there also on this, I cut out with it was a watercolor heart that was of the same pink color, and I'm going to add it to the left cluster down here in the corner, and that I think that kind of helps fill in that little gap as well. Once that is down, I'm going to take the sparkled or the glitter epoxy hearts. I'm going to add one to the left page, and two to the right, just to help bring that extra little bit of sparkle in. And then I do add my date to the top of the right page. On the menu handwriting parts, I do add my date up on top of there. And then that is going to call the layout done. I do trim it down to make sure that it is the same size, but that is it, you guys. A really fun full page photo layout for you. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you are new, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning follower, thank you so much for coming back today. And as always, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye.